this is another Doctor Who Challenge video, and this is Tanner. And I have 30 questions here. They're not very hard, so don't worry.
If they're about Doctor Who, it's alright.
Alright, the first question is, who's your favorite Doctor so far?
David Tennant, number 10. I will admit I started on Christopher Eccleston, but when I saw David Tennant for the first time, I saw a lot of me in there, which made me really happy.
Alright, and do you have a favorite companion?
Favorite companion so far, it's really a giant toss-up between Rose and I'm gonna say Martha. Martha was the most diligent, I thought. The thing with Rose though is when Rose left, I actually could feel my heart pounding to the point where it made my face frown, and I was like, why is this show getting to me? And then if anything, yeah, I'm gonna go with Rose. So.
Do you have a least favorite companion?
Not really. I mean, if I'm gonna have one that I would choose to not take with me if I were a Time Lord, it would definitely be Donna. Donna seems to be more of the Daphne type in a Scooby-Doo that's probably gonna end up, I'm gonna have to help her out more, and also, she's talky, and talky's good, but if I'm the Doctor, I'm supposed to be talky, so.
Do you have a favorite villain?
Favorite villain? Oh, that is tough. The Master I absolutely love the new Master. He is hysterical. In many ways, he's like me also, but I think my favorite villain that I've seen so far throughout the new series is probably... You know what, I'm just going to go with the Doctor, because I know there was someone that I liked better, but I can't remember right now. So.
Do you have a least favorite villain?
Least favorite villain? Yeah. I mean, the Daleks are classic, I'll go with that, but I will admit that it gets repetitive, especially since, there's been so many different Doctors, and the Daleks and the Cybermen have come and gone. I feel as though with the new series with 9, 10, and 11, that they've reprised them a little too much, and I thought that, maybe they should, wean them off a little bit.
And understanding that you're not too far in the series yet, or almost done with it, do you have a favorite special episode? Special
episode? Oh, wow. I liked Blink because, one, it was a really cool idea to have statues come to life when you didn't see them. I thought that was really clever. But favorite episodes, I'm gonna have to go with I cannot remember the name, but when the Daleks are invading Earth once again, the Doctor must rely on not only or must rely on Martha, Jack, Sarah Jane, bits of Torchwood. I like that. I like it when, big groups of heroes come together. I mean, that's probably why I'm a giant Justice League fan.
And being up to the 5th season, do you have one of the previous as a favorite season?
Favorite season so far probably has to be the second season of the new series where Rose and the Doctor are together.
Is there a saddest moment you have come across so far?
Saddest moment so far? I really thought that when the 10th Doctor was regenerating, I'd be really sad, but I mean, I expected it to come, so I guess that that did something for me. But the saddest I felt was when Rose left, and I'm glad they brought her back, but that was definitely what got me the most.
Is there a funniest moment you've discovered in the series?
What isn't there? I mean, if you watch the 10th Doctor, it's just one giant crack fest, it's very clever humor. That's one good thing about British humor. He plays it off very well, and I mean, I'm just a cocky person in general, so of course I'll enjoy something like that. But I'm gonna have to go with whenever he meets Shakespeare. I never expect, I'm not a huge Shakespeare fan, and then this episode really gave me more of an insight as to who Shakespeare really was, and I really, really like that.
Do you have a favorite quote so far?
Oh. Allons-y? No. Everyone likes that quote. Favorite quotes so far? I'm not going to say this is my favorite, but it's one that I really like, because I've actually started using it myself whenever I kind of let someone down or something. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, is there the scariest villain?
No. I'm not going to say any of them are really scary. The idea of them is very scary. But I'm going to have to go with the Weeping Angels. I mean, if you're going to be terrified of anything, be something that not only you can't, or not only something that can sneak up on you, but also something that has to do with religion. And also, they send you back really far. That's not cool. I don't like that.
Do you have any favorite ships? Like, who do you ship together?
Ship? What do you mean?
Just like, with mine, it's spoilers for some, but it's like Amy and Rory. It's like they're together.
Oh, you mean like relationships?
Yeah.
Oh, not really. I mean, with Doctor Who, you always expect there to be something different with every single Doctor. So, I mean, when it comes to a relationship, I just kind of go along with it. I will admit, I thought it was kind of cliche, but I did like how they made Martha end up with Mickey. I thought that was pretty cool.
Do you have a least favorite ship?
Absolutely. The clone of the 10th Doctor. I thought that when Rose left and the Doctor was there in hologram form, I thought it was the saddest thing, but also the sweetest thing. And then they bring it back to the point where Rose can still have the Doctor, and I was just like, okay, that's nice, but it's kind of cheesy too. So that's.
Who's your favorite actor?
Favorite actor on there? Oh, that's a giant toss-up between David Tennant and John Barrowman. When you see Captain Jack Harkness for the first time, you know, I expect him to just be kind of a character that wouldn't be there, but then you just see how cool he is, and you're like, you have to be back. So he was, and I really liked that. But I'd say the best actor out of them all definitely has to be David Tennant. I love it.
Who's your favorite actress?
Actress on there? Oh, and this is, so far, Karen Gillan. Karen Gillan is absolutely wonderful. She's not my favorite companion, mainly because of the storyline. I really go for storyline, but she is by far the best actress I've seen on the show so far.
And I know there's not very many writers that you've come across, but who's your favorite?
That is I'd say either Stephen Moffat, or I actually have to say Stephen Moffat, because, you know, there are some episodes that I watch and I look at the actors, or not the actors, the writers, and I'd be like, well, I haven't seen your name on the credits before, let's see how well you do. And sometimes they'll either really disappoint me or they'll impress me, but Stephen Moffat always impresses.
You have a favorite alien?
Favorite alien? I like the Ood. The Ood are awesome. I mean, the Ood take the good, scary portion and gives you this nice, calming sense. Because, let's face it, the Ood are very, very, very freaky looking things, and I mean, if you were to walk, or if you were to run into them, you'd expect them to probably murder you, but once you get to know them, obviously they're much more peaceful and they have nice voices. That's one thing.
Who's the sassiest character, do you think?
Well, let's see. If you want to go by definition of sassy, by yelly, you go with Donna. If you go by sassy as in, hey, that's Jack. But if you want to go by sassy as in just like, shut up, I'm the Doctor, go with David Tennant again.
Who's the most badass character?
Once again, David Tennant. Because the thing is, with Christopher Eccleston, I liked him a lot. He was, he took things very seriously. He always was on his feet, but there didn't seem to be this whole thing of, I'm the or at least not all the time, I'm the Doctor, I'm extremely brilliant. With Matt Smith, I feel it's that way a little too much, and with David Tennant, you combine the best of both worlds, I think. So.
And I think you said before, but which character is most like you?
10th Doctor, absolutely. Well, I guess in a lot of ways, all three Doctors are a lot like me, which, you know, before I even started watching Doctor Who, all my friends really loved it, and I had I had a good idea as to why they liked it, but then I started watching it, and I guess it was more special for me because, yeah, this is a good show to begin with, but also I'm very, very relatable to these characters. Like, I see myself in a lot of this, so that is definitely something that stuck out for me.
And I know you've seen, like, some characters leave. Which characters would you like to see again?
Ooh, let's see. I'm only on the first series with Matt Smith right now, but and I know that Rose and the 10th Doctor are coming back for the 50th anniversary. I can't wait for that. But if I want anyone to return again, it's Jack or Mickey, because the thing is, I really hated Mickey at first. I thought, oh, okay, he's just going to be like the guy that, you know, is scared all the time, but he actually grew in character, and I really want them to bring him back and put him to put him in more episodes, because I thought that if you extend his character out a lot more, I think the whole idea of Mickey even being in the show will be more just.
Right, and know that you've seen all 3 Doctors now. Do you have a favorite theme song?
You mean like the major?
Yeah.
Let's see. For the first 2 series, they were both good. I mean, they were both the same. With the new theme song, it's, I mean, the Doctor Who theme song is always going to be the same. I would really hate it if they changed it. But I'm gonna have to go with the 9th and 10th Doctor's theme song, because I'm used to it, and the 11th Doctor's, I mean, it's good. I'll give it that. It's not my choice.
Do you have a favorite catchphrase?
Catchphrase.
A lot of people's would be allons-y, like the 10th Doctor.
Yeah, you know, that is an awesome catchphrase, but I feel as though, you know, you put it on t-shirts, stuff like that, it kind of gets old, and I would really hate, if I started saying it, I would feel so fake. But I like the idea of Don't Blink, simply because it, well, actually, you know what, no, I take that back. I'm going to have to go with, you know what, I'm going to go with just plain I'm the Doctor. Because with the Doctor Who culture now, just saying I'm the Doctor can either spell out 2 things for you. And that's, A, you should be very respected, and you know what's going on, and you know what to do, or B, you're just pretentious.
Seeing all the companions now, do you have a favorite friendship between anybody on the show?
Friendships, I think a lot. Well, the thing is, when it comes to the companions, whatever friendship the Doctor forms with any of them, I think is very special, because you see that even after a couple of episodes, the Doctor deeply cares, not only for human beings themselves, but also whoever he's taking care of. I mean, let's say if I had someone that, like just a best friend that I went around with, I'd feel as though I would feel responsible for them in some way, and you can obviously tell that's how he feels with a lot of his companions, and that's very respectable to me.
Do you have a favorite gadget that you've seen so far?
Gadget? Oh, wow. Really, the only gadgets I can really think of seeing would be, you know, Jack's gun, the vortex manipulator, the sonic screwdrivers. I'm gonna have to go with the 9th and 10th screwdrivers, because with the new TARDIS for Matt Smith and the new screwdriver, I thought that, or at least so far I've been thinking, okay, yeah, new Doctor, new things going on, let's go with that. But I just felt it was pushed out a little too much. So.
And do you have a favorite episode?
Favorite episode? Oh, wow. Let's see, favorite episode. It would definitely have to be The Girl in the Fireplace. That was probably by far the most that, well, one, I just really liked the idea of it. I liked the villains, I liked the story behind it.
Who do you think is the most annoying character?
Most annoying character, wow. Probably the Daleks, because they keep coming up, and also their voices just, I mean, I like that they're supposed to be the aliens, you know, no mercy whatsoever, but it's one repetitive thing after the next, and I'm just like, okay, let's get a new villain in.
Do you have a favorite season final?
Season finale. You know what, I'm gonna have to go with when the 10th Doctor regenerates, because I liked the 11th Doctor's reaction to the new regeneration. That, or I could also go back to the 9th Doctor's regeneration, because I love here, we can go with that, one of the quotes, new teeth. Yeah, I like that, that sounds good.
And is there a character that you'd like to date?
You know what, after being with the Doctor, I don't think I stand a chance, so don't worry about it.
And the last question is, when did you start watching Doctor Who?
I started watching Doctor Who back in July, I think it was. You know, for years my friends had raved on and on about it, and I guess you could say I avidly started watching Doctor Who back in July, but the first Doctor Who episode I actually ever watched was back in 2009, I believe, and it was on PBS. I had no clue what it was. It just looked cool, and it was the 11th Doctor's first episode, and I was just kind of piecing things together by what my friends had told me, and I was like, I think this is Doctor Who, and then evidently it was.
Alright, well, thank you very much, Tanner.
Yeah, thank you.
And keep tuning in. Hopefully we'll have some more of these. I'll talk to you guys later.